What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Yesterday, or the day before that, we saw some things go on with the SEC, and it seems like anytime we get into some sort of a run or feel like we may be hitting a low point and starting to recover, or we're seeing a lot of people that are starting to gain, um, a little bit more interest into the cryptocurrency market. It seems like the SEC just wants to kind of destroy it in the best way that they possibly can destroy it, right? What's going to benefit them the most in what they have planned for the future of money, of currency. And it's crazy to me to see all of that stuff happen. Now, I've given my kind of opinions on that situation, showed you guys the information of what that was. You saw that Binance ended up getting sued by the SEC and CZ as well, and you're seeing you know, just who is next and all of the different names and projects that they mentioned, whether it's Atom or Solana or whatever, right? They mentioned all these projects and a bunch of things in the markets collapsed. Well, then you saw more information that come out, more of a kind of a bombshell, right? Where they attacked Coinbase and they said, Coinbase, we're going to be suing you as well, which is kind of a surprise because it is a publicly traded company, but sort of not a surprise because Coinbase kind of fought them first, or at least fired shots first, right? So um, you saw that there, and people were sort of shocked with it, and they were like, "All right, well, how is this going to affect the markets?" Well, the markets didn't really go in a negative way that day, yesterday. Um, they were pretty positive. And we were like, all right, well, maybe they're just trying to create like just news stories, breaking news stories to collapse cryptocurrency. And um, I guess from my point of view and a lot of other people's point of view, it didn't make sense as to why they would attack Binance and attack Coinbase, the two largest crypto exchanges, how much money they have that they can put forth in fighting this. But I guess when it comes to Coinbase, it makes sense since they did, you know, shoot at them first. They need some sort of a response. But now there's two lawsuits for just Coinbase, and then the one lawsuit for, against Binance and CZ and everything there. So let's talk about this because Coinbase does have a response, and that's where we're getting into this video. The response is what we all want to see. We want to know how they're going to handle this, and obviously there's going to be a lot more that is going forward, that comes out that's going forward. So we'll make sure to give you guys that information as time goes on, but you'll be able to see the markets and how they react. Now, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Now, before we get into the response, I did want to talk about how BNB was moving, because BNB, Coinbase doesn't have its own coin. CZ has BNB. Binance has BNB, and you're looking at a $260 price. It's down about 8% today. 8%. That's pretty big, right? Seeing something drop by this much is not just because of the situation that happened with the lawsuit there, but a little bit more that's added to it. From what we understand, they're trying to freeze accounts, funds within that, and people are getting afraid, scared. They're just trying to maybe pull their money out, withdraw, and then they're also worried if Binance is just going to stop withdrawals altogether. So that's definitely something that creates a lot of fear. This reached to a low today. If you scroll down here, it reached to a low of, it says $256, $256 of a low, and now it's sitting at about $260. And some people in the live stream were like, yeah, the last time I looked at this, it was $270. So why is this dropping so sharply? And that was the reason why. But there seems to be more news that is coming out for this whole situation, whether it's Coinbase getting sued or whether we're seeing this response. And speaking of that, let's get into this detail and go through this Cointelegraph article. So Coinbase CEO responds to SEC suit, says team is confident in facts and law. In a social media post, Brian Armstrong said he thinks the SEC's rules are unclear and that the courts need to make rulings to clarify them. And we've been saying this for a while. They always try and have like a broad definition of something so that they can apply multiple things under that one umbrella, um, just by kind of proving that that does fit under the umbrella in a courtroom. So they try and do that rather than have something that's, you know, very specific, so that you don't have a crazy amount of things that are applying under that. But if they do, then the SEC can end up, we can receive money from this, from these companies for doing whatever they're doing under that broad umbrella. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has responded publicly to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuit against his company, stating in a tweet that the team is confident in our facts and the law, and that it welcomes the chance to finally get some clarity around crypto rules in court. So you scroll down here, we could look at the tweet itself, but the SEC filed a suit against crypto exchange Coinbase on June 6th, alleging that the company has been operating a security exchange, broker dealership, and clearinghouse without registering with the commission. In its filing, it argued that 13 different cryptocurrencies sold by Coinbase fit the definition of securities, including Cardano, Solana, Polygon, Filecoin, and others. In his Twitter response, Brian Armstrong claimed that the lawsuit against Coinbase is very different from others out there. It is exclusively focused on what is or is not a security. This makes the team confident in our facts and the law. He claimed that the U.S. government can't even agree on or with itself as to a cryptocurrencies are securities, as the SEC and CFTC have made conflicting statements. Armstrong expressed hope that the court proceedings will allow the crypto exchanges to finally get clarity on how to comply with securities laws. He also praised recent attempts by Congress to pass crypto legislation, stating that this is why the U.S. Congress is introducing new legislation to fix the situation. So this is where it gets very, very interesting, is the fact that Coinbase has always come out and said, look, we want to find a way to, abide by these rules and laws and all that stuff, but you got to make sure that you give us clarity, you give us the definition. You can't have that broad definition and expect us to live by it when we don't even know how to, right? You can put something else under that umbrella that we felt like wasn't there. So you have to make sure you clarify that. So honestly, this is what this is going to be. Now, it's going to be completely different than what you would see with Binance, because obviously Binance and has its own coin. It has BNB that you have to factor into it as well, while you see Coinbase that doesn't really have anything of that nature. So, and Coinbase being a publicly traded company, all of their financials are public and all of that stuff. And it really doesn't make sense to not know what's happening under Coinbase, because everything is public. So it's eye-opening. They responded. I know there was some information that came back before that talked about Coinbase basically saying, like, look, if we're not going to get clarity, then we'll just leave, right? And nobody wants that. I don't want that. I trade mainly through Coinbase and crypto.com. So I don't want that to happen. And I'm sure other people don't want it to happen as well. But we'll see how this all transpires. Right now, it's really just some information going back and forth. You have the SEC that comes out. You have Coinbase that responds. How are we going to see that connection? How are you going to see a response from there? How long is this process going to be drawn out? And also, how much money is going to be spent on both sides? It's probably going to be a lot. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this down below, and the response from the CEO of Coinbase. But if you could, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for a lot more videos like this one. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.